Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gordon Frayne. We are back with another video. Today, we're looking at ONDO Finance once again in the real world asset tokenization space. As always, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to drop a thumbs up on the video below, hit subscribe, hit that bell notification icon, and you've got a completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin waiting for you under this video in the description. Grab it now and let's talk about ONDO. So looking at the ONDO price action first and foremost, over the past few weeks, we've pretty much been going sideways. We can see that we did break out of this downtrend here around the second week of April, that downtrend that we'd been in since those middle of December highs. We did move all the way up to try retest that 200-day simple moving average. We got rejected, and we've come back down to try and find the next level of support. It looks like we're holding around that 77 cents level right now. We've bounced back up to 83.5 cents, and Bitcoin pulling back from 112 down to 104 means that ONDO has pulled down over the past few days as a result as well. But I do think there's lots of excellent stuff happening behind the scenes from a fundamental perspective with ONDO. We're going to take a look at that here now in just a second. And if you think about the amount of effort that BlackRock have been making to tokenize US treasuries using that partnership with ONDO, you're going to see why it makes a lot of sense that ONDO might have plenty more upside over the course of the rest of this cycle. So if I jump over here to RWA.xyz and look at that growth that's been happening with ONDO, well, with BlackRock and their BUIDL fund, first and foremost, we've had that BUIDL fund grow from 40 million in its inception back in March of 2024 to $3 billion, just under $3 billion worth of tokenized US treasuries in the BlackRock BUIDL fund alone, and they're leveraging ONDO to help do this, okay? If we scroll down here on the page, again, this is all on-chain data. That's what I like to do. I like to look at what's happening behind the scenes, what's actually happening on-chain, which protocols, which networks are actually getting adoption and being used, and we can see that ONDO is the second largest entity in terms of protocols when it comes to US tokenization of treasuries. Again, you can see a 26% increase in the amount of market cap for these US treasuries on ONDO over the past 30 days alone. We know that ONDO is intricately linked with the Ethereum ecosystem, and the Ethereum ecosystem and network making up the vast majority of the market share when it comes to tokenization of US treasuries. And the other thing I'll mention very, very quickly is that we have seen a nice bounce in that ETH BTC chart, with Ethereum now slowly beginning to outperform Bitcoin since these lows back at the end of middle of April as well. So we've seen that ETH bounce. We hit support here, that long-term support going all the way back to 2019 and 2020. And we've seen Ethereum bounce against Bitcoin. I think that bodes well for the Ethereum ecosystem, and I do think ONDO could benefit from that as a result. The other thing I'm looking at is, again, from an on-chain technical analysis standpoint, the amount of TVL on ONDO growing substantially here in 2025. Once again, 2024 was a phenomenal year with $192 million in TVL at the very beginning of the year, growing that to about $610 million worth of TVL, a nice 3x increase throughout the year. But you can see that we've doubled that again since the beginning of this year. We're currently sitting at $1.29 billion worth of total value locked on ONDO. Again, I just think this bodes well for future adoption, for growth of the network, and for the price action to follow as well. I look at what's going on behind the scenes, and you see other protocols that are losing TVL and losing market share, but their token price is going up. That can only last for so long, in my opinion, and I think this does bode pretty well for future prospects surrounding ONDO over the coming months. Again, last time I made a video on ONDO, I did a price prediction update. We were looking at the potential for ONDO to get up to somewhere around $4.40 in a bear case, $8.23 in a base case, and something around $13.76 in a bull case scenario. Remember, the variable here being total crypto market cap getting somewhere to $5, $7, or $9 trillion by the peak of the cycle. And I think if we see Ethereum continuing to outperform Bitcoin, which would really be that signal for alt season. This is what we saw all the way back in 2021. If we zoom out on the chart here for a moment, this huge move to the upside here started off not quite as aggressive here during the course of Q4 2020, but by the time we got into Q1 of 2021, we saw that ETH BTC chart going almost parabolic, with Ethereum significantly outperforming Bitcoin and many, many altcoins following in hot pursuit. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to see as aggressive a move to the upside for Ethereum versus Bitcoin this time around. Yes, we might get up to somewhere around this 0.37 level. That's still a substantial move against Bitcoin over the coming months as we move through the rest of the cycle. And once again, I think ONDO is going to be one of the tokens to benefit from that type of move over the next few months and the next few years. So I hope this is making sense, guys. Again, do the research for yourself. Check out the on-chain analysis. Check out RWA.xyz. Look at what's happening on DeFi Llama with the growth of the TVL on ONDO. BlackRock Biddle Fund continuing to grow exponentially here almost. And I think, again, if we see, and we are seeing, Larry Fink calling on the SEC for clearer regulation for the tokenization of US stocks, we could even see ONDO acting as an on-ramp for the tokenization of real-world assets in the form of stocks. Yes, all those stocks like Google, Facebook, all the NASDAQ stocks getting onboarded into the blockchain world, and ONDO could be a protocol to help make that happen. So that's it for the summary on ONDO today, guys. Again, if you want me to do an updated price prediction, this one here is about 4 weeks old. Again, I like to do this and refresh it every 6 to 8 weeks. It helps to, keep a pulse on what ONDO is doing in the market and how it's underperforming or overperforming versus the rest of the alts. Drop me a comment below this video if you want an updated price prediction for everything happening here with ONDO, and I will put it together in the next few weeks. Today's video, guys, is sponsored by Bitfinex, your number one non-KYC crypto exchange. Global crypto derivatives are available for trading over on Bitfinex. Again, if privacy is a priority for you, all of the most important crypto assets like Ethereum, like Bitcoin, like Solana, and hundreds of others are available over here on Bitfinex for trading without KYC. Again, check out the link in the description below this video. There is trading bonuses and joining bonuses for you. If you join Bitfinex, make sure to check out the link in the description below this video. Again, none of this is financial advice, guys. Always do your own research when it comes to any asset in the crypto space, especially volatile assets like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, and just like ONDO. I hope all of that is making sense. That's it for today's video, guys. As always, if you got any value out of today's video at all, please make sure to drop a thumbs up on it below. It would mean the world. Just take 3 seconds, drop a thumbs up on the video below before you jump out the door. Hit subscribe, hit that bell notification icon. And like I said, you've got a completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin waiting for you under this video in the description. My gift to you. Grab it now, and we'll catch you in the next one.